Hey there, Casey Kerr here from Find Your Roar with another emotional block in action to share with you. So today I want to talk a little bit about pricing. Now you might be thinking, pricing? How is that an emotional block, Casey? That's a business issue. Well, actually it's an emotional block, or rather it stems from an emotional block. It stems from, or possibly stems from, some blocks going on in your solar plexus around your idea of whether or not you're worthy what you should be charging, your lack of sense of self-worth, of value, fear around whether or not people are going to think that what you're offering and how you're offering it is worth the price that you're asking people to pay. It also has to do with how to describe this? The voice of reason, I guess, is the best way to say it. It often disguises itself as the voice of reason. So it sounds like it's a perfectly reasonable thing. Oh, people don't pay money for that. It's an extravagance. People don't need that. It's not an absolute necessity. And maybe also that in this kind of economy, who's going to spend money on that? So it sounds perfectly reasonable. It also shows up in your root as not being absolutely 100% certain who it is that you're meant to serve, who your target market is, who your audience is, who your ideal client is, and also about what it is exactly that you're going to do for them and how you're going to do it. And finally, it shows up also in your throat, because when you are not absolutely emotionally connected to and congruent with and comfortable with your pricing, it's difficult for you to talk about it. So it's really hard for you to convert people into paying clients, which happens a lot. It's very, very common. If you have a hard time talking to people about that, they can sense it. And they might not know exactly what it is that they're sensing, but in the same way that a dog smells fear, people are able to sense on an energetic and emotional level when you're not totally comfortable with something. So if you're not completely sold on the value and the worth of what you're offering, the people you're talking to aren't going to be sold on it either, which makes it harder for you to make as much money as you want to make, to attract as many clients as you want to attract, and ultimately to do the great work that you're here to do, right? Because it's not just about the money. The money gives you the freedom and the ability to do what it is that you are here to do. But let's face it, for those of us in service-based businesses doing work that we love based on our purpose, we want to make a difference. And the way that you're allowed to make that difference and the way that makes it possible is that you can make a living doing it. So there is some altruism involved here. So the other part about this is that you're probably attracting people who are also having money issues and make decisions about money out of fear. Tire kickers, right, who might be looking for the best deal that they can possibly get. And they need what you have to offer, but they're not willing to commit financially to you, to themselves, or emotionally to that whole process. So it may not feel like a block, but hopefully now that we've talked through it some, you can see that it is a block. Because the truth is, those statements that your reasonable voice made about it not being a easy for me to say, a necessity, it being an extravagance, or people not paying lots of money for what you offer, or not in this economy, those things are just beliefs. They're not universal truths, because people all over this world are paying money right now on things that fall into those categories because they believe that the person that they're giving their money to is going to solve the problem that they have. They're going to give them what they need. That's all it takes for people to hand cash over. Think about the things that you spend money on. They're things that you believe you need. So all of this is a belief, and like I have said before, these are not permanently hardwired into you. They are absolutely shiftable, changeable, and they're totally able to be eliminated when you know how to do it. So let me ask you this. If you could raise your prices right now, or even just speak very comfortably about the prices that you are currently charging, with no fear, no guilt, no shame, no discomfort whatsoever, what would that do for you and for your business? What kind of a difference would that make in your ability to bring into your business the people that you want to work with and have the ability to help? I'm going to give you a second to think about that. Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do is what I've asked you to do before. If you haven't already seen your own energetic footprint, go ahead and do it. What are you waiting for? Being able to see your blocks is the very first step to eliminating them. And knowledge is power, and self-awareness is one of the highest forms of that. So go ahead and go to findyourroar.com and click on the energetic footprint tab and take the diagnostic. What you're going to get is your energetic footprint and a brief report that helps you to explain it. And you're also going to get an invitation from me, so keep your eye out for that. I'm going to be back here next time with some more blocks in action to show you what's really going on in your business and how these blocks are keeping you from doing everything that you want to do. And I have a favor to ask too. I really would love it if you've enjoyed these videos so far, if you would forward them to your friends on Facebook, to your connections on Twitter, LinkedIn, pin them on your Pinterest board, forward them to people, because you know what? I have a pretty lofty goal here. I want to change the world. And I want to do that by helping everybody who is as passionate about their purpose-based business as I am. Because if you were able to help all the people that you're meant to help, and you could change their lives, imagine what that would do for this world. Well, I want to help you to help them. And that has such a huge exponential effect, and that's what I want. So it might be a big, bold, lofty goal, but that's my truth, and I'm speaking it clearly from my throat to you and my heart to yours. So until next time, big hugs and a big roar! Have a smash-tastic day. Casey Kerr out.